Can you hear me?
We can all hear you, George. Can you just hold on for a second?
Hilfa, I don't think they can hear me.
I can hear you fine, George. Just speak to the
I don't think George
microphone.
knows how to use Twitter.
Okay, so how are we going to take out Trump, you guys?
Guys from the FBI, this is not a private call. This is a public Twitter space. Everyone can listen in.
God damn it.
Anyway, guys, we invited everyone to this Twitter space so Governor Ron DeSantis could...
Everyone just shut the hell up so I can make my announcement, okay?
This is my video update from Nicosia, Cyprus on this Thursday afternoon, my second video update for today. And let's start things off with DeSantis and his announcement that he will be running for president of the United States in 2024. He made it official yesterday, and he did it via Twitter Spaces. That is how he announced his presidential campaign. And it was an innovative, interesting idea to go on Twitter Spaces and to announce that you're running for US president, but it was also very high risk. And unfortunately for DeSantis, the risk did not pay off. And it was a complete disaster, And there were all kinds of glitches, and the stream was cutting off constantly for like the first 20 minutes, and you couldn't make anything out for like the first 20 minutes of the Twitter Spaces conversation. It was a mess. It was a complete mess. And Elon Musk was trying to make it seem like the Twitter servers were crashing because you had something like 800,000 people trying to jump onto this Twitter Spaces conversation. But you know what? You know that this is going to be a big deal. You're going to get a lot of people trying to jump on. You would think that Twitter would be better prepared to handle the server load. Just my thoughts. But it was not good. This was not a good sign for the DeSantis campaign. This is not the way you want to start off your presidential run. Not a good omen at all. And the memes they're just everywhere now, mocking DeSantis and Twitter Spaces, and Trump put out on Truth Social. I don't think he made this tweet, but he put out a deep fake tweet which has like Elon Musk and DeSantis, the FBI, Soros, Klaus Schwab, the devil. I mean, this meme, this deep fake meme that mocks DeSantis is crushing. It is just crushing for DeSantis. So this was not good. This was not a good start to his campaign. If it was me advising DeSantis, I would have just told him, look, it's innovative, it's cool, it's hip, man. It's hip to go on Twitter Spaces and announce your presidential run, but let's do more of a hybrid model. Why don't you announce your run for president in a more traditional way? Get up on stage, talk to your supporters, announce that you're running for president, and then you can take it online. And maybe do like a live stream Q&A or a Twitter Spaces with Elon Musk and answer everybody's questions. But let's just knock out the official announcement. Let's just do it the old school way so we avoid any types of embarrassing hiccups. That's what I would have advised DeSantis. Anyway, that was the big news from the US. And now let's shift gears and talk about Zelensky, because Zelensky he has managed to piss off and infuriate the soon-to-be president. I believe he will win come the 28th of May, Erdogan of Turkey. And how did Zelensky do this? Well, we had unmanned Ukrainian boats in the about 140 kilometers, actually, from the area of the Bosphorus. They were moving to attack the ships that are protecting TurkStream. So ever since the Nord Stream 1 sabotage, which according to collective West media and German investigators, Ukraine did, so keep that in mind, German investigators and much of the collective West media says Ukraine destroyed Nord Stream. Let's go this way. So ever since that pipeline sabotage, the Russians and Turkey, they decided to beef up security around TurkStream. And so they have boats protecting much of the TurkStream pipeline and infrastructure. And so these unmanned boats, these attack boats, Ukrainian attack boats, they made a beeline to attack the Russian boats that are protecting and monitoring the area around TurkStream, around the TurkStream pipeline. And the Russians saw these boats and they obliterated them. You can go onto Twitter or Telegram and you'll see videos of just the Russian missiles just taking out these attack boats that Ukraine sent to blow up, or to blow up the boats that are protecting TurkStream for what I would imagine would be some sort of operation to then destroy TurkStream, the actual pipeline, I would guess. Anyway, what this did is that it really, really pissed off Erdogan, because he has Zelensky now attacking his energy infrastructure. That really, really pissed off Erdogan. And it actually makes the narrative that Ukraine blew up Nord Stream, the collective West German investigator narrative that came out a couple of days ago, that it was Ukrainians behind the sabotage of the Nord Stream pipelines. It makes that entire narrative believable. Zelensky goes after TurkStream. He obviously also went after Nord Stream. So this botched attack on the boats protecting TurkStream, Nord Stream, TurkStream. Anyway, this botched attack on the boats protecting TurkStream the other day, this really, really screwed up Zelensky. This really, really screwed him in a big, big way. I don't know who's coming up with these ideas, but they are not helping Ukraine and they are not helping Zelensky. So Turkey's pissed off with him. The entire Arab League is pissed off with Zelensky. He made a fool of himself when he visited the Vatican. So just about every Christian or Catholic that knows what Zelensky gifted the Pope, they're pretty much pissed off with Zelensky. He went to Japan and insulted the Japanese with his Hiroshima Bakhmut comment. I mean, the guy is just a complete disaster. And I'm sure I must be missing some other people that Zelensky has pissed off. But the guy is just a complete media PR disaster, and the plans and schemes that these guys cook up, I'm telling you, these are catastrophes. These plans and schemes are just complete debacles. And so that was the latest. That was the latest misadventure from Zelensky and his cohorts to try and damage TurkStream infrastructure. And it also makes sense from the context of Zelensky's recent announcement that he's going to be jacking up the prices of oil transport via Ukraine. I don't know if he's going to jack up the prices of gas transport as well. That's passing through Ukraine, from Russia through Ukraine to Europe. But Zelensky did say that he's going to increase the prices of oil that's heading into Europe, specifically oil going to, I believe, Hungary and Slovakia. So Zelensky is going to increase those transit fees, something by like 30-40%. I mean, not an insignificant amount, of which he's going to pocket. And so one can say that that Ukraine, they blew up Nord Stream. Now they're looking to blow up TurkStream. They shut down another gas pipeline that was coming from Russia, crossing through Ukraine and then moving onwards to Europe, and they shut that down. And so they only have like maybe like one or two main pipelines that are passing completely through Ukraine, which is providing oil and gas to Europe. And so you could make the argument that Ukraine is blowing up whatever gas and oil pipeline competition is around them, and they're trying to be the only player in town that's delivering oil and gas to Europe, and then they're jacking up the prices on the transit fees. So you could make that argument as well. Putin made that argument the other day in a speech that he was giving at the Eurasian summit, this Eurasian forum that's taking place. Putin said, you know, we have a conflict with Ukraine. We have a special military operation, but we're such reliable energy partners that we still deliver oil and gas via our pipelines, which cross through Ukraine. And we deliver it at a fair price. We're reliable, we're stable. And even though we have a conflict with Ukraine, we haven't cut off the delivery of energy to Europe. It's been Ukraine that has been cutting off the delivery of energy through Europe, sabotaging the energy through Europe and jacking up the prices. So Putin made that very exact point, that Russia is cheap, reliable, dependable, and even in conflict, they honor their agreements and contracts, and Ukraine is pretty much the exact opposite. So we have that story, and let's do a couple of clown worlds. I think I'm going to categorize these next two stories as clown world stories. We have this retired Polish general, commander. I forgot what he was. I think he was a general, and he was also part of the Polish Ministry of Defense at one point in time. Now he's advising the Polish government on military matters. Anyway, he said that the time is ripe for some sort of coup in Belarus, and the Polish government, they need to be ready for this coup. Someone is going to overthrow the Lukashenko government, and his argument is that what happened in Belgorod, this incursion that happened in Belgorod, is something that's going to also happen in Belarus. So he actually bought into the BS story that it was anti-Kremlin Russians who were fighting in Ukraine, who then wanted to start a revolution in Russia and create the downfall of the Putin government. It was these guys that entered Belgorod with American Humvees and vehicles and weapons to try and seize these villages in Russia and create some sort of revolution in the Russian Federation. He bought into all of that propaganda, and he basically made the argument, I think this was during a TV interview, that the same thing is about to happen in Belarus, and Poland needs to be ready. They need to quickly move into Belarus and stabilize the situation. They need to prepare for Belarusian refugees who are going to be fleeing Belarus when the coup goes down, and all of this nonsense. I'm telling you, these guys. So what does Shoigu do? Shoigu just the other day, he comes out with an announcement and says, yeah, you know, all those tactical nukes and all the nuclear weapons that we're going to be moving into Belarus, yeah, they're pretty much ready to go. So don't get any clever ideas, anybody in the collective West, to stir up any trouble in Belarus. And Lukashenko, he was all smiles at the Eurasian Forum. He didn't look like a leader in distress. He mocked the people that were claiming he was sick and he was on his deathbed. He's like, you know, look at me, I'm in perfect health. So Lukashenko was making fun of the collective West narratives. Shoigu was like, you know, what coup are you guys going to do in Belarus when we're going to have our nuclear weapons in Belarus? Go for it. I dare you guys to initiate a coup in Belarus. So yeah, that was a pretty brain dead comment, pretty brain dead statement from this former Polish general who is advising the Polish government. Looks like the Polish government needs to get some new advisors. So that's one clown world. And then we have another clown world. Let me pull it up. At this abandoned nightclub. This used to once be a very hip nightclub in Nicosia. Many, many years ago. Now it's been abandoned for years. Many, many years. Anyway, we have this statement from an Zelensky official, and it has to do with the spring, fall, winter, fall, spring, winter, fall, summer squared counteroffensive that's being planned. And in my morning video, I broke the news. This channel was the first channel to break the news that the big offensive is underway. It's been going on for days now, according to Zelensky's BFF Podolyak. Well, just hours after Podolyak made that statement, we have the deputy head of the office of the president of Ukraine, Igor Zhovka, who said in an interview with Bloomberg that the counteroffensive is still being prepared, and it will begin only when Ukraine receives all the necessary weapons. So it'll never begin. It'll never begin until Ukraine gets all the weapons, and you know they're going to just move the goalpost further and further out. They're going to get the F-16s, then they're going to say, yeah, you know, the F-16s. What we actually need is we need NATO troops on the ground. We can't begin the offensive without NATO troops. And then when they get the NATO troops, they're going to say, well, you know, to begin the offensive, we need tactical nukes. We can't begin the offensive until we get tactical. And they're going to continuously change the requirements that are needed for the start of this offensive. These guys, just hours after Podolyak makes the announcement that the offensive has been going on for days now, you get this guy coming out and saying, well, the offensive hasn't started because we need more weapons. The common denominator in all of this is more weapons. Podolyak says the offensive is underway, but we still need more weapons. This guy says the offensive hasn't started, but we need more weapons. The common denominator is more weapons, which essentially means more money and more corruption. That's pretty much one thing they all agree on. Give us more money. Give us more weapons. Anyway, that's the video, everybody. TheDuran.locals.com and go to the Duran shop. 10% off. Use the code GOODDAY. Take care.